futurist is someone that helps you to think about the future in order to make better decisions today. I predict that in the next 18 to 26 years, the global economy will double in size. And what that means is that you must be a specialist. I follow technology, but I absolutely believe that the pace of social change is at least equal to that of technological change. All of this surge of technology and connectivity that we are seeing means that people and relationships are more important. To be able to embrace, define, and create your future. Who we speak to, where we go, what we do at all times, covered better than any other news media through Twitter. Well, my definition of a futurist is someone who helps people think about the future to make better decisions today. They will be able to access any movie in the world ever created at the press of a button. Newspaper publishers are on the back foot. I certainly believe that this decade will be the most exciting in human history. Anybody heard of Blippi? Well, you should, because this is where you can share all of your credit card purchases. So it's a social network, but instead of sharing what am I doing right now, it's just giving everybody, or just your friends if you want, everything you've purchased on your credit card. Now, we've invented this word oversharing because back since before LinkedIn or Facebook or any of these other things existed, I wrote a book called Living Networks, which anticipated the rise of social networks. So I've been kind of expecting this, but I've still been surprised by how much we want to share. This is a grand experiment. We have discovered quite how much humans want to share, and in fact, as far as even their credit card details. And it's because they want to show off or to get some comments on what they're buying or whatever it is. And so these are the ways we are discovering how much we are sharing. And from that comes, what others call the global brain, where the people on the planet are like the neurons in the brain. We are now so richly connected together, the signals, the ideas, the things that we throw around, that we are indeed part of this higher order intelligence. We are creating things which are beyond ourselves. And the way we are doing that is through what we are sharing. So how many people here have been to Las Vegas? Whoa, just about the whole crowd. What I would expect from a bunch of fun-loving travel agents able to travel cheaply and at will. And if you've been to Las Vegas, you'll know that there's a world of delights there, a lot of free entertainment. You can wander along the strip and you can see Caesar's palace, and there you've got a statue of Caesar which comes to life every hour and speaks to the crowds. Wandered a little bit further down the strip and you have Treasure Island, and you have two galleons reenacting a battle, and one of them sinks down to the lagoon at the end. And you wander a little bit further down and you've got the volcano erupting every hour on the hour, just spectacular explosions of flames into the sky. So what's happening here? What is the casinos have realized is that they're trying to get people's attention. And when they have people's attention, and they come along and step out outside the casino, then they just might walk into the casino and leave the contents of their wallet in their welcoming coffers. This illustrates what we call the attention economy. The one scarce resource today is attention. Now I've got the latest generation of robotic toy here, and this is Pleo the robot dinosaur. Hello, Pleo. And I was recently interviewed on the Today Show and just showing off this. And this is a wonderful little robot where it really responds to your patting and the way you stroke it. You can learn over time. It's got a little camera so it can see things. It can hear your voice. It wanders around. It's very happy. And if you look at the woman on the Today Show, you can see that she starts to fall in love with Pleo, because it's something which we can actually engineer. We can actually create things that we emotionally engage with, becomes part of our lives. And what I was saying on the Today Show here is that we will have robotic pets. It's not as if we're going to send off all our cats and dogs immediately, but we will choose, whether we got allergies, because we can switch them off when we go on holidays, and for all sorts of other reasons, we will start having robotic pets. And these are things that we engage with. And this is the first generation. And look at the way she's falling for it. She absolutely falls in love with it. Now, what is also a really interesting thing, that in a little segment after this Today Show was on, the male host held Cleo up by the tail. And Cleo's not very happy about that. And so the Today Show got a number of calls for people complaining about this. How could he treat this robot like that? Such a lovable little robot. And that's the reality, is that we can get emotionally engaged with robots. And that's all right. I really love you. Don't worry. The last word should probably go to one of the great people of the last century, Albert Einstein. When he was in his later years, a journalist went and rushed up to him and said, all breathless, Professor Einstein, what is the most important scientific question that we face today? And as the gentleman he was, he gave it due thought and due consideration. And he thought for a moment, he said, the most important scientific question that we face is the universe a friendly place? And we can believe that the universe is a friendly place, that it's going to respond in positive ways to the things which we can create. Or we can believe that the world is an unfriendly place, one which is always striving to stop us and break us and put challenges in our path. And looking into the future and looking ahead, I think we have a choice as to how we think about it. Think about whether there's a world of opportunity, that the world is friendly, the world is optimistic, and we can, despite all of the squeezing, despite all of the commoditization, despite all of the challenges in the global economy, that we can look at the upside and the opportunities and the possibilities which are very real for those that are able to engage and connect. So I'd like to invite you to create the future of business. Thank you for your time.